In the year of our Lord, 1701, the Republic of Venice went to war with the sovereign monarchy of Ralston. This war was over passage rights through the Adriatic Sea, though this point will rarely be brought up when the war is discussed by future historians. It was, like most wars, overstretched and too costly. Neither side could afford it, nor would they back down. Many lives were lost, and whatever the outcome, each nation would nurse its wounds for some time. The war raged on for 6 years, draining both countries' resources. But the Republic of Venice was older than Ralston and had deeper pockets. In a war of attrition, they would win, and both sides knew it. 3 generals from Ralston, 2 brothers and a close friend, came together to strategize, and came up with nothing. They would not win this war. In desperation, one reached out to a dark power and was told to make pilgrimage to Golgotha. With no other avenue, they spent 1 month sailing to the walls of Jerusalem, where they docked under cover of darkness. On the hill where the man named Jesus died, they met a figure, too old to identify as man or woman. It offered them a book, an already ancient thing made of pale leathers and filled with symbols that hurt their eyes to look upon. The thing smiled as they took it, a smile made of too many teeth. Full of dread for what they had seen and what they were about to do, they sailed for another month to get home. Things had gone badly in the time they were away. Soon they would have to surrender, and Ralston would fall into decline, one it was unlikely to survive. Whatever doubt the men had about using the knowledge in that book, their mind was set now. They cast its pages open and chanted dark incantations. And lo, did the dead walk upon the earth that night. Undead sailors hauled themselves into the Venetian boats. Soldiers dragged themselves from battlefields and clawed up from shallow graves to drive the Venetians from the land. The war was won. The Venetians could not fight Ralston's impossible numbers. They surrendered, the book was shut, and the dead were dead once more. The book was destroyed, but the world had noticed. Ralston had dark magic, and no shame in using it. Many enemies, without and within, were born that day. 1711. 3 years later, a child was born to one of the generals involved in unleashing the spell. A beautiful baby boy. A comet passed overhead that night, one that cycled between purple and green. Few saw it, but those that did walked away from their lives to explore more of the world before them. You were born into wealth and status and had all you could wish for. But your parents never had another child, and your father was often preoccupied with his work. Your mother, distant, sickly and delirious, you heard another mother say. Hoffman, the family steward, raised you more than they. It was a lonely childhood. 1718. You are 8 years old. You play with friends from school, 2 poorer boys, Diedrik and Flip. Your father disapproves. You play in the graveyard outside the city. Nobody goes there without an armed guard. But children do not care for such things. Children are small and fast and can outrun ghoul, at least when the sun is up. One day, as you play, you hear a rustling coming from some trees. You all freeze. Then a stone whizzes out of the green and hits you on the head. You stare in disbelief, a slow trickle of blood running down your face, partially blocking sight from your left eye. You scan the tree line and spot Sophia, a girl you recognize from school. She throws another stone at you, but you are ready and avoid it.
Stay still! I need you to bleed enough for a ghoul to sniff you out.
She calls out.
I want to see them hunt.
You'd want to be careful up there. My father says they hide in trees during the day to grab up any fools looking for a spot of shade.
In a panic, she dropped her stones and looked in the branches around her.
You're lying!
As soon as she said it, there was a screeching from another tree near her, and the branches moved.
One has caught your scent. You're done for now.
You called.
Rubbish.
She froze. The smile on your face dropped.
Why aren't you running? It's gonna get you!
She didn't move. The rustling and screeching grew nearer.
Run, Sophia! Run!
You screamed, hurting your lungs. Once she saw your worry, the colour drained from her face. She dropped down from the tree and ran crying back to the dead man's gate. That's when Flip dropped from the second tree. She had been too busy throwing stones at you to see him sneaking towards her. You, he, and Diedrik had a good laugh and returned soon to play. When you saw her next, she had realized the trick you'd played on her. She found it funny. Soon she began joining you and Flip and Diedrik in the graveyard, and fast became your fourth. That night, you wake suddenly to find an old woman sitting at the end of your bed, whispering to herself.
Where is my beautiful boy?
She looks around the room.
I'm coming to you, to find you.
Then she looks at you. Where her eyes should be are dark holes, not fleshy wounds, but an absence of anything. An endless blackness that hurts to look at. She looks at you.
Are you him? Are you my baby?
She begins to crawl up the bed towards you.
Come to me, baby. Come, let me hold you in my arms.
As you hide under the sheets, you feel pressure on the bed as she approaches.
My baby, my sweet babe.
Her hands, cold and bony, wrap around your own as they hold the sheet tight to your face. They gently but easily pull your hands from your face, removing your thin cotton defences.
Wake up, baby.
Your mother's voice. You slowly open your eyes and see her standing there, smiling down at you. You were having a dream.
I could hear you from my room. Come here. You dive forward and she wraps her arms around you, warm and fleshy and alive. That night, you sleep in her bed for the last time.
1721. One morning, your mother comes to your school. She takes you out, even though classes are not finished. She says everything is okay, but you do not believe her.
Her presence alone is the warning.
Your mother never comes to your school. When you were too young to go alone, Hoffman brought you. Now you travel alone. She has never come here. She brings you around the town. First you stop to buy sugared apples. Then she takes you shopping. New clothes, new books, new toys, a luggage trunk. She brings you to the castle and, with some whispered words and coins exchanged, the guard lets you into the grounds. You go to the pond and throw bread and watch fish pop their heads up to steal from the ducks.
You walk the city walls, and the two of you take in the view. The sea to the west, the hills to the south, the forest to the east and north, and beyond the northern tree line, the road that leads to the capital.
That, she tells you through teary eyes, is where you're going. You won't understand until you're older. Maybe not even then. You need more than I can give you, more than I can be.
You protest. She cries. When she stops crying, she doesn't remember where you are, how you got there. A watchman brings you home. There your father glares at you, angry that you upset your mother, angry at your non-compliance. Hoffman brings you to your room to help you put your new clothes and books and toys into your new trunk. He tells you that she loves you, that this is for the best. A few days later, your carriage rides out of town. In your children's stories, events like this happen on rainy days, but today is sunny and clear-skied. As the carriage crests a hill, you can look back towards the city and see it all. The farms, the walls, the groves, the castle, the seas. Your home. How do you feel as you are taken away?
I am angry, feeling unwanted and tossed aside. This is something I could not fight. 1722. A year has passed. More quickly than you might have expected. Winter's first snow falls lightly outside. You watch from your dorm and reflect on your time here. You have befriended some of the more unsavory children. You have tried tobacco and alcohol and partook in a séance with somebody that you feel differently towards. 1725. Your schooling is done now. Your time here is over. You spent much of this year deciding what to do next. One of your professors said she saw something in you, a spark that would see you well in the world of courtly intrigue. This sounds exciting to you, and well paid too,
so they put you in touch with a contact of theirs to begin your training. 1727. You are nearly 2 years into your training now, and it goes largely as expected. You miss home, but the pangs grow less as time passes. Your mentor, an older lady named Valentina Zupan, takes you to the Scottish courts to watch the burning of a witch. The woman is accused of fornication with the devil, but Valentina says that the only crime this woman, and women burned like her, committed was striving for knowledge, studying the natural world and trying to understand it. Valentina wants you to see how other countries treat people who they cannot understand, how they treat knowledge they cannot fathom. She tells you then that a war has broken out at home. A Lich, a powerful undead sorcerer, has begun raising the dead and marches on the capital. So far its armies show no sign of moving out of Ralston, but Venetian and Habsburg forces are amassing on their respective borders to repel anything that tries to cross them. Other nations will turn this on us. They will try to turn the Pope on us too, no doubt. They'd see us burned like that witch. This is our job, to slow the tide that comes for us. We shall travel to other courts, seeking help. We will get none. In reality, we're there to find the lips that whisper against us and do what we must to shut them. By deals or blackmail, whatever it takes. You were on a carriage to London that night, on the start of a tour of Europe that would carry on for the next year. Eventually, word reaches you that the Lich has been defeated, that its forces collapsed as the final blow was struck. Your father was at that battle, as was your uncle. You learn your uncle was wounded, but is well. Neither man died, though the same cannot be said for thousands of others in the country. The soldier's work is done now. Our work only gets harder. Venice will want to march in retaliation for 1708. Habsburg will want the land. Several others will want us stomped out for being too liberal. We must keep these wolves at bay while our country rebuilds. 1729. Your training complete, you land your first post. You found yourself stationed in the rapidly crumbling courts of Charles VI, Holy Roman Emperor. Being at the centre of a declining empire is an interesting position. You watch the tired emperor try to hold together the infighting dukes, some baying for war on Spain to reclaim the throne there, others wanting to consolidate in order to regrow, and others still wanting to break free of the Habsburgs and go it alone. You find comfort in knowing that you matter not in this game. Then one night, there is a knock at your door. You open it and guards enter the room, sweeping it for others. Once they give it the clear, the Emperor himself enters. Though only 45, he looks older. His sunken eyes and the jowls on his face reminding you of a sick dog from your youth. He takes a seat by the fire and beckons you to do the same. There are a few pleasantries before he asks if Ralston will support the pragmatic sanction of 1713 and recognise his daughters as his heirs in order to keep his line alive. You know that he has severed ties with his siblings over this, and that your support may prop up the empire for another generation and save it from spiralling further into chaos. You tell him that you will pass his request on to Her Majesty Ulka III, and assure him that such a cause is dear to her heart, but that you cannot commit her to such a cause without consultation first. His eyes narrow as he sees through your politicking. He knows no word of this will reach Ulka, and that he will not hear of it again. He excuses himself, and soon you are alone. The rest of your time here feels more lonely and isolating than it had before. 1733. When you learned of your father's death, you were resting in your home. The ringing at the door alarmed you. It was late, too late for visitors. Unlikely an intruder would ring a bell, but nonetheless, you armed yourself. When you opened the door, the young woman must have seen your weapon, perhaps just your expression, and gasped. She apologized for delivering the news so late. The letter hit you hard. You fell to your knees there in the doorway, with that scared young woman, unsure what to say. Now, days later, your carriage crests the hills towards Marnes, the sun blasting off the red and yellow bricks and rippling off the blue sea beyond. You are almost home. Home to bury a man I never really knew, and now never would.
Should we stop, sir?
This woman is a trickster. Don't let her appearance deceive you.
I'm not afraid of you. Thank you for helping me. I know you. You are the son of Zelig. Just a girl from the village yonder. I was collecting herbs when they waylaid me. The protection of the city is not there for all of us. And outside its walls, there are many men such as these.
This much of her words are true. In recent times, I never travel beyond the city without a weapon.
It was not. Those men are fools. I am sorry. It is a sad day, and Lord Zelig was a good man.
Be wary. Diedrik did the wolves are circling. The House of Van Diedrik may have an important part in the future of the kingdom. Do not presume to know who your friends and enemies are.
Whoa there.
Welcome home, my lord. I trust your journey was a pleasant one. If Sir wishes to go inside, I shall follow along with the luggage. Please. Go inside and I'll follow along with the bags once I pay the driver.
Albrecht, is it time for dinner? I think I dozed off. Oh, my baby has returned. Your father will be so glad to see you. Your father. Oh. Your father is dead?
can I help you, my lord?
You're back? This is delightful news. It's been a few years, and you have gotten so handsome. I heard of your father's passing. Terrible thing, but it won't overshadow my joy at seeing you. Oh, this and that. I never really settled on anything, being honest. Yes, I was. I didn't manage to sell many, I'm afraid. I'm not cut out for it, it seems. Oh, this and that. I never really settled on anything, being honest. All the world's a stage, and the men and women merely players. Well, yes, I fear my stage career started and ended in my school days. The pinnacle was when I understudied as Hermia in a production of A Midsummer Night's Dream that ran in the northern provinces 2 summers ago. We even performed for Queen Olka. Well, at least my troupe did. I didn't tread the stage in many performances, I'm afraid. I probably spend too much time in garnets these days.
It is you! Oh, I saw the carriage pull up and hoped. It is good to see you. How are you? Well, yes, of course. The funeral. Terrible thing. I was at it. Shame you weren't. You would have liked... Well, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Here I am years after seeing you and I'm no different. Foot and mouth, first opportunity. It's not so bad, is it? Look, meet me for a drink in Garnett's Tavern later, and we'll have a right proper catch-up. Yeah, sorry. You won't know her yet. She only bought it last year. It's the tavern on the other side of the river. Cross the bridge at the marketplace. Here, I'll mark it on your map. Try the docks, maybe? Or, try over at the academy. There's a school there and I think they're a teacher short. Oh, yes. I saw a sign outside Garnett's this morning. Take a look at that. It might be a job advert. Someone such as you who specialises in fancy talk might even enjoy working in such a place. Here, I'll mark them all on your map.
You looks just like Master Lucas.
You know the schoolmaster?
Course he does. Just got me into the ground is all. Your father, he's the one what died yesterday. Sorry. My father died way back before I was born. I wasn't doing nothing. It wasn't me. I never... Nick! Nick, stop that! I'm sorry. I'll make sure Nick tells Father Huber about this in his confession. We're just kids. Or we're school kids is all. Just waiting on a new teacher for lessons. What of it? We're as good as any kids. You ask Master Lucas. I am Robin, leader of the gang. Old one quit. Father and Tavern run away to do kisses forever. We'd love to, but we're so hungry. We don't get much to eat. Only what the school can spare, and that ain't much. If we had some food, that'd give us the energy to fetch the schoolmaster. Surely it would.
Cousin, I am delighted to see you, though I only wish it were under better circumstances. So, what can I do for you, dear cousin? Yes, can you believe it? It was about as far as I could get from father without actually running away. I am. It might not be up your alley, but if you're interested, I would be happy to give you a chance. Think on it, cousin, and come back to me. I could certainly use a trustworthy hand with my work here. Of course, cousin. A truly sad affair. I am so sorry you missed it. I pleaded with father to wait. I knew you would come. But he couldn't be talked with. He was sure the Shroud had ill intentions towards your father. He has feared them gravely since the war. Obsessively so. I am your cousin, Lucas Van Elstrick. I am the schoolmaster.
Ah, there you are. You cheeky whelp. Everything is good. I didn't wade through fields of blood and death and human muck to buy this place only to serve swill from me pump. go. One of the house ales. That's 1 crown. I am. Clearly, you can read, so you passed me first test. Well, if you're serious about it. Hi, pumps. I've come up with a way, and I won't say too much, of using a pump to bring the beer from elsewhere. Lets me offer a wider range of stuff. And still, none of it's swill. Swill. I should wallop you up front like a babe. I'd hope not. Your posh butters are fighting you for sure.
You should hear the lies out of this fool.
There's not a lie. I have money coming to me. You'd have a good life with me.
I have a good life already, Thomas. I don't need you or this supposed windfall.
Can I get you a drink, at least?
Sure, but don't expect anything in return.
Yes, yes. Of course not.
Hello? I'm Diedrik, your childhood best friend, a humble child of Mars.
Not long. A few days, a week at most. I'm afraid that nothing else will suffice.
Can I help you, my lord? Can I help you, my lord?